Truth, really that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic, this truth be told. Only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready, keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know. Truth be told, let's go.
What's up, good people? Hey, we back. We finally back, man. This is season 6. This is the final episode of Truth Be Told, and I'm your host. Well, actually a co-host. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, Green. Hold on. We almost there. I'm one of the co-hosts of Truth Be Told. Your boy Real Deal, man, is in the building. And Green, I am so excited, bro. Listen, Green. I've been waiting for this episode.
Yep.
But even before I get started with that, Green, you know what I'm saying? Normally what we do is we normally ask our guests, hey, we try to get something to eat, try to get some drinks or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. I asked this particular person, hey, can we get some pizza? You know what I'm saying? Some wings or things. You know what I'm saying, Green?
Yeah.
You know what you told me?
What she told you?
First I can hear the emoji laughing, right? So she hit me with the emoji, right? Right. Man, this girl told me, I don't want no pizza. I need some lobster. Woo, that's what we dealing with tonight, baby. That's what we dealing with tonight, Green. You know what I'm saying? Green, what's going on, baby?
Hey, Real, I'm tell you something, Real. Boy, you sound sweet when you came on talking about I'm your host. You know, boy, say, no, I correct that. I'm the co-host.
I'm the co-host, baby.
But listen, man. Boy, look. I'm ready for this one. I'm ready. Last week I was ready. Our last guest with Terrell Beatty.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying I'm ready is because now with this guest, another professional person,
right, that
we can touch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Young ladies can touch.
Right.
They ain't got to go on TV, and they ain't got to see on Oprah. They ain't got to see on Jennifer Hudson and all that. Mm-hmm. They can see her right here in the 941. Right. And she ain't hiding.
Right.
She ain't hiding, man. So I'm so happy tonight with this guest that we got. I'm really, really happy because I know this person. Mm-hmm. I know the family.
Yeah.
And what high school she went to, Real?
Dog, you got.
What high school she went to?
How you gonna throw that off of me?
What high school she went to?
Man, you know what high school she went to. Man, why we go through this every week?
Southeast,
baby. It's Seminole.
Hey,
Green. Hey, I can't help that Southeast is full of greatness.
Yeah, man.
I'm not trying to say no other school don't have greatness.
Please, we ain't trying to say that, man.
No.
It just so happened some of the professional people that we get in contact with graduated from Southeast High School.
Hey, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Yeah.
There's many more to come.
Yeah.
Plus, we're gonna dibble and dabble. You know this big dude, big honey bun. I always talk about it.
Hey, Real, you can get to Southeast 2 ways. Take 15th Street East, past the country store.
Yes, sir.
Past Food Land. Come on down past 26th Street. Got Carolyn Barbershop on the right-hand side.
Absolutely.
Come on across 301. You got, used to be called Dan's. Past that, little car wash on the right. Come down to that little stop sign right there. Make a right.
Make a right there.
Then you come on down 9th Street. Coming east.
Green, you know how to get that, boy.
Yeah, boy. Past Tropicana. Come on across 301. Come on down through that light 26.
Pass by Real Deal crib.
Boy, 33rd, boy.
Yeah.
You got to pass by 33rd, boy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, baby.
Come down there, 4-way stop, and make that left.
There you go.
All right, we done.
Well, Green, check this out, man.
Yeah.
We not going to prolong this situation because I want to get to it, brother.
Get to it, baby.
Listen, I'm ecstatic about just the fact that we have asked and the invitation was accepted. So with no further ado, I want to introduce my girl. She's an award-winning realtor, actually the leading real estate agent in her company, one of the leading ones. She also is highly sought out. Green, I don't know how it feels to be highly sought out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Also, man, she's a mother. Mm-hmm. She's a mother of 2, I believe, mm-hmm. and is a wife. You know, recently got married. She was a wig, but now with Bradley. Mm-hmm. So I am so ecstatic to make sure that you guys understand who we got in front of us and what this young lady brings to our community. And I guess the only thing we can do is ask at this point. Hey, T. Green, I'd like to welcome Selina G. Bradley to the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Selina, what's up?
How y'all doing?
Hey, Selina, I'm going to tell you right now. All that how you doing, all that bull junk like that. Hey, listen. That's not what we doing. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
We hanging, Selena. We in the backyard.
You know what I'm saying? I don't see it, Selena. I don't see it in some other little interviews. I saw you on the news. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? We not going to be that professional. We going to be professional.
Yeah.
But not that much. We going to let you have down a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
We
going to get to know you a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Just like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Green.
Talk to me.
Back in the day when she was at Southeast. Did I say Southeast?
Yeah, you said it now.
When she was at Southeast, you know, she was a baller.
Boy.
Right? She was kind of forced to be a baller, though.
Boy.
Huh?
See, look here now. The girl played basketball.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? She really couldn't help it. Because her brother was a damn good basketball player.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was.
Ralph, baby.
Uh-huh.
Ralph Griggs, baby. So it's in the blood.
Yeah.
You know what? I heard you. Yes, she is married to Mr. Bradley. I never met Mr. Bradley, but hopefully I can meet him. Mm-hmm. But boy, she a Griggs now.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
Selena, how was it growing up in a house full of boys, man? Growing up trying to be, trying to fit in. How was that?
I definitely was trying to fit in with 3 brothers, but I loved it. They always made me feel protected and safe, and always showed me love, like so comfortable all the time. So a lot of times, people grow up with all brothers and probably say they probably was beating, got in a fight them and stuff, but it wasn't like that. My brothers really looked out for me. Of course, we argued sibling stuff, but that was just us. But as long as it's, me and my brothers, we was good.
Now, Selena, you came a long way from the basketball days. When you was a basketball player, you wore your hair a certain way. Especially back then, you know what I'm saying? Them girls had that little puff thing going on, You came a long way how you looking right now. But check this out. You actually, I believe maybe your senior year, you was MVP of the team?
I was. Look at you.
MVP of the team, right?
Yes, I was MVP. Yes.
Green, you knew that?
Look, he
I
looked
ain't I ain't know that. Boy, I ain't know that. Hey. I ain't surprised.
Yeah, I ain't surprised either.
Because she got Griggs in her blood.
Right.
I ain't surprised. I ain't know that.
Yes.
Selena, I ain't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you was the MVP? Coach Harder?
Coach Harder, yes.
What? Okay, Selena, what position you played?
I played 2 guard, shooting guard.
Ooh,
of course.
Of course. Oh, there it is.
Of course. Oh, Selena, let me see the form. Let me see the form again. Let me see if you still got it, Selena. Let me see
I got it.
Hey, matter of fact, Selena, you left Southeast, and I think you traveled to Gainesville.
I did.
Huh?
I did. I went to Santa Fe, JUCO, and played a year there.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I must say now, Selena, when you was in Gainesville, it was the time I was in Gainesville.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And Selena, being that Ralph, my homeboy, I felt like I had to kind of look out just a little bit. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just a little bit.
All right.
Selena coming to Gainesville, she was fresh meat. Hey, basketball player, fresh meat. You know what they say, fresh? You know what time it is, baby. So listen, I felt like I had a duty to my homeboy Ralph.
Yes, sir.
Look out, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man.
I had an opportunity to see Selena when she was up there for a little bit, man.
Okay.
She came hang out, made sure, she was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Selena, you found your way back to Bradenton.
Back to Bradenton. Yep.
And then when you got to Bradenton, what you got yourself into at that point?
Once I came back, I kind of worked a little bit and tried to kind of figure out what I wanted to do at the time. And So, my mom, I remember having a conversation with my mom, and she was like, I told her I college won for me
Right.
at that time. I'll say that at that time, because I did go back to school and earn my bachelor's degree. But at that time, like, it's not for me. Like, I want to come home, And my mom was like, well, what you going to do, And I was like, I could be successful without going to college,
Right,
And she
right.
said after I told her that, she knew I was going to be good. So
Yeah.
came back home for a little bit, trying to figure out what I wanted, and kind of made my way there.
I think
That's
a
good,
lot of
man.
people, is in that same situation. Once they go off, there could be a period of time when they come back home and just trying to figure that part out. The good thing is you figured it out.
I figured it out.
And she said, and you know what? College ain't for everybody.
Right.
College ain't for everybody. But I do think you need to at least have a high school diploma. At least.
I agree.
College ain't for everybody, man. But I'm glad she said what she said because, like I said, college ain't for everybody. But she still felt like she was gonna be successful.
Right.
All right. And I was telling my daughter about this one time. See, women in this society, it's a little more tougher for them than guys. See, we can work outside. We can go cut trees and go lay pavement down and, lay bricks.
Right.
But a lot of women ain't really made for that.
Right.
A lot of women made to work inside. So to be able to work inside, you got to have some type of paperwork. Some type of paperwork. I don't need no paperwork to cut a tree down.
Right.
But to do what Selina is trying to do or what she is doing or what she thought she was going to be doing back then, she knew she had to go get some type of paperwork.
Right.
So I do feel like females need to have some type of paperwork because most times they're going to be working inside.
Well, speaking about that paperwork, I believe you opened up a daycare.
I did.
And
yes.
of course, it's some paperwork that you have to do in order to do that and make sure you encode them and all the requirements that it takes, right?
Yes.
So how was that experience? Because that's not, daycare is vastly different than being a realtor.
It is. So I'll start off like when I was 14, back then they had like summer jobs for you. And I worked at a daycare, and I loved it. And I kind of worked there, a couple of years, just growing up and stuff. And then what happened was I ended up working with special needs people in a group home. But I was pregnant with my son. I ended up having my son. And I was working like 70 hours a week, just not spending time with him, 10 hours every single day.
Right.
And I said, it's no way I could do this, the rest of my life, of course. But I just felt like I was missing my son. So by the time he was 6 months, I got my daycare license. And then I was like, I could be home with my son and work and make even better money. So that's what I did. I ended up opening up a home daycare when my son was 6 months old. And so then, it was going good for me. So I kind of built that business for about 12 years. And I ain't been to you.
So who you had helping you out? I mean,
Yeah, because you was young. How young you was when you started your
I
daycare?
was 24.
Man, that's young.
yeah.
I was
young.
24. I had my own house. My parents kind of pushed me to get a house. At first, I was like, no, because you hear all the negative, like I don't want the maintenance and stuff like that. And my parent, after paying rent for a year, I was like, oh, I'm throwing money away.
Right.
So they kind of pushed me like, get a house, Selena, get a house. So I got a house when I was 23, 24, had a child. All that was in the same realm. And then after I started paying those bills and working, I'm like, I can't do this forever, being away from my son and stuff like that. So, I opened a daycare, and it was just a blessing to do that. After leaving that job, I had to give them notice, and I didn't have any kids in my daycare. I had just got my license. Actually, one of my brother homeboys was like, hey, I told him, I was just, my brothers always come around, and we was just talking. I was like, hey, I got my license. I'm going to open a daycare Monday. This was Friday.
Right.
And so one of my brother homeboys was like, hey, I got 5 kids. I'll bring them to you. Just like that. Just like that. And so I was like, you for real? He was like, yeah. So Monday, I opened, I got my license Friday. They gave me permission to open Monday. And him and his girlfriend went down there, put all their kids in my daycare.
Wow.
And my son, at the time, I only could have 6. And my son was the 6th one. So
Wow.
I was full. Day
Wow.
one.
That was good, man.
Day one. So I'm like, I know this the Lord. So
Man, you know it because
Boy,
you
that's
jumped
good.
out there already full.
already
I'm
full.
talking about 5. But the homeboy said, I got 5.
Oh.
And I thought he was, I thought he was joking, but
Man, who was that home?
I got 5.
Kids, what?
I got 5.
So that ain't normal, Green.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. Yeah, it is now in Manatee County, boy. 5, that ain't, boy. Boy, I'm a barber now.
You right.
I'm a boy. I hear a whole lot of kids, boy.
But Green.
I got some clients got 15, 16 kids.
Green.
17, 18, 19, 20.
Man, that's
Different baby mamas.
That's something else. But
In the
thing is,
941.
Hey, in the 941 is like that. But Green, the thing is, man, what was so when she say that's God, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you jump from Friday, I'm finna open my daycare. I'm actually gonna open it up on Monday. And Monday, you open your doors and you already full.
yes.
Man, stop
That's
playing.
boy.
Stop playing.
That's real though.
So you
Real.
ran the daycare. Did you have any type of assistance, like the parents help you out or anything like
I
that?
did. I actually hired one of my aunts, one of my mom's sisters. She came in, not right away. First, I did it by myself for a few years. Then I wanted to expand. And having a home daycare, you got to have help if you want to expand. So I decided to expand and then bring in some help. So brought in another worker. That way I could bring in more kids. And, it was going good. It was going really
Right.
good for me.
So they had to bring their lunch or you cooked the food for them?
I cooked. Breakfast,
Boy, them kids
lunch.
was spoiled off the rip.
They were. My kids love me. I miss it though. I love kids, but they love me. They used to ain't want to go home. I used to do all kind of stuff with them kids.
bet.
So what time you open up? What was your earliest time to open?
I probably I was a 24-hour daycare. So
Oh.
some kids, if a parent worked at night, I would have, coverage. I would make sure, they have their own bed, nice and comfortable and safe environment.
Right.
So I wouldn't always have overnight kids, but it'll go through a phase. A couple of years, I'll have, a set of kids overnight while their parents work.
Wow.
But
Boy, that's big, though,
so
boy.
it was 24 hours, but I loved it. It was like the closest thing to being a housewife, just being home.
Well, Selena,
Goodness,
hold
man.
on, man. If you got 24-hour coverage, what you got some time
24
for yourself?
hours?
How did you make time for yourself? 24-hour coverage.
And you was young.
You got to have some time for some other stuff, though.
I was. And the thing is, I was closed on the weekends. So I still had my weekends
Okay.
available. And it helped me, save a lot. Just spending time with my son was the most important thing at the time.
Right.
So long as I was able to do that, and, on the weekends, we'll go and do stuff. And, that's how we made it work.
But it wasn't no party now. You really couldn't really get down now on weekends now.
Nah.
'Cause you had to be right back up Monday morning.
Well, I still had Friday night, Saturday night. No,
Yeah.
Hey, man, she was young, man. She made it happen.
Hey,
right?
man, that's some
She not like us, Green.
that's dedication, man.
I know.
That's
It
real
was.
dedication,
It was
man.
dedication. It was definitely
So,
dedication.
so Selena, you love that so much, right? You loved it. You loved the kids, but it wasn't enough.
Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
So my son had got sick, and I was like, I couldn't be there for him. And I felt bad because he was in the hospital, and I'm like, I'm here with other kids, and their parents going to work. And I can't even be there with my son. So he was in a hospital for a week, and I just was like, Lord, I had prayed about it.
Right.
I'm like, what can I do to have a flexible schedule and I could still be there for my son if he need me? And it was just like, some was like going to real estate. And I knew nothing about real estate. And the only realtor I knew at the time was my old broker who helped me get my house, and that was Miss Faye Jones. She was Butler back then.
Okay.
But she kept in contact with me. I think I had my house about 10 years by that time. And we kept in contact, and I had reached out to her like, hey, I'm thinking about going into real estate. Can you kind of teach me the way, see if this is something I want to do?
Right.
And she was like, if you serious, get your license, then come talk to me. So she wasn't playing. Like, I don't want to hear this small talk.
Yeah, you
So-
show me.
Yeah.
Show me how
Yeah.
real you are, right?
Show me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
So about 6 months later, I called like, hey, I got my license. So
Man, first of all, man,
You hear that, honey bun?
you know,
Them those don't play. Go ahead. Go ahead.
first of all, it's good to see you. You know, Selina, man, because like Lil Troy, your son Lil Troy, he grew up in my barbershop.
yes, he did.
Lil Troy had to be about 3 or 4, and you know, and like I say, I didn't know what you was doing. And when I found out what you was doing, when I found out you was in real estate and doing good in it, man, I'm telling you, man, that kind of stuff make me feel so happy because you right here, man, you right here, and you showing these ladies that it can be done.
It could be done.
It can be done,
Yes.
man. I mean,
Don't
I was
care.
gonna ask her, what motivated you? What was that one thing that motivated you to become a realtor? But you just broke it down. You said your son was sick, and still for you to say, I want to be a realtor, and you have no idea.
I didn't even know where to start.
Yeah. So for you to just say a realtor, I mean, where did that come from? You had to see somebody sell a house somewhere.
I honestly didn't. This had to be God. I prayed about it. Like I said, I only knew one real estate agent, and that was the one who helped me get a house. And that was probably almost 10 years prior to that. But, you know, she kept in good contact. And when I reached out to her, she was open arms, like, Selina, whatever you need, I'm here. But if you're serious, get your license and then talk to me. So that was the thing there. I'm telling you, I didn't know nobody. I didn't know anybody else that did real estate. Nobody. So
Man, I know you got, boy, I know your parents, man. I know your brothers, boy. I know they so happy for you right now. I know they proud, boy. I know
they
your
tell
mom,
me,
man.
Yes, my brothers, they always tell me, like, they ain't the type to shy away. They be bragging on me in front of me. Like,
Yeah, man.
to me.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
They supposed to, man. They
Absolutely.
supposed to, man.
Yeah.
I mean, if your mom is watching this tonight, man, praise her, man, because
Hey, Mom.
you know, all parents, man, want to see their kids grow up bright and doing something positive. You know, where they ain't got to be worried about. Your mom can go to sleep
Yes.
and not worry about you.
Yes, sir.
You know, and that's big, man. So Selina, man, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm really, really, really happy for you, man. And I'm just here tonight. I'm here learning. I'm gonna learn about this real estate stuff. You know, I told Real I'm just gonna be a student, but I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something now. So I'm here. I'm happy. Y'all get this thing going. I'm the second guest
There you go.
tonight.
There you go. There you
I'm
go.
the second guest.
So, Selina, in what year you got your certificate? When you passed your test? What year was that you passed your test?
This was in 2014. I was actually pregnant with my daughter. And let me tell you about passing a test. For me at the time, I was pregnant, you know, it wasn't easy. I took the test. I had to take the test 4 times before I passed. But let me tell you, don't give up. If you look into being a real estate or doing anything, like, don't give up. And that was my goal. Like, my goal was to make a better life. And I really didn't know what real estate entailed, but I just heard, you know, it was a good thing to do. And after I failed the test once, you know, and I'm pregnant and crying and emotional, you know. But when I passed it, I'm crying, you know,
Right.
emotional. But I did it, and I never looked back.
That's awesome, man.
Big, man. That's
And,
big.
and like you said, because a lot of people, you take the test, you kind of get discouraged. You take it again, you fail the second time, you're like, whoa,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
not for me.
Yeah.
Especially you got to pay for the test, right?
Right,
Yeah.
Especially you got
exactly.
to pay for it every
Yes, sir.
time. So the fact that you took it that many times, man, that's persistence, that's determination.
Yeah.
you
Yeah, and
know,
at first I was embarrassed to say it, but now I'm like, you know what? This probably could help somebody else.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
does. Because, you know, people not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that are successful don't been through things. You know, don't came from places
Yeah.
where you probably would have never
And-
imagined they came from. But
And sometimes we gotta let that pride go. She said she was embarrassed to tell people that she failed.
yeah.
And I think that's what be wrong with us sometimes, man. We gotta let the pride go, man. Ain't nothing wrong with failing.
Yeah.
You know, and and speaking of that, I seen some on your Facebook page. It's a
Okay.
post, and you got 8 habits of successful women.
Okay.
And since she said something about she was embarrassed to tell people that she failed the test,
Right.
but on this successful women thing, number 1, it said be comfortable with failing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it again: be comfortable with failing, and be comfortable with being judged. And I think we need to be comfortable, man. There's nothing wrong with failing, you know, and there's nothing wrong with being judged, because black folks, that's what we do.
Right.
We judge, and we sometimes we hope people fail before we hope they be successful.
Say it again, Green.
Am I right?
They
That
won't
happens.
admit it, but that's
They don't
right.
want to admit it, man. There's some people right now saying, man, I can't stand Selina, man. That girl looking good. That girl successful.
Hey.
Man, I can't stand that girl, man.
Yeah.
Then you ask why you can't stand her. I don't know.
Right.
I just can't stand her.
Right.
And that's sometimes be our issue. You know, so stop worrying about failing and stop worrying about people judging you, man. And keep it moving.
So, Selina, you became, in 2014, you got your broker license, right?
Correct. I had got my broker's license a couple of years after I got my license. And even before that, I had went back to school and got my bachelor's degree in business management. And I don't use it, but but I do have it.
Right.
And then after I got into real estate, I learned about being a broker and what a broker license take. And you have to be a real estate agent for 2 years before you can get your broker license. So as soon as my 2 years was up, I went, did my broker's license, did the classes for that. I passed the test the first time, that time. But I passed I passed that test, and now I have my broker's license.
So,
What?
Green, you know what a broker is?
No.
I do. I don't
Listen,
either.
listen. Oh, listen.
I hear the term thrown
I
around.
heard about brokers,
Yeah.
but I don't know the ins and outs. And I ain't scared to say it. I'm 52 years old. I don't know about breaking, broker, joker. I don't know nothing about that. But tonight, I'm finna learn.
So, Selina, if I take a law firm, right? If I take a law firm and I got attorneys that work in a law firm, and would that law firm be comfortable and similar to what a broker is?
Basically, so a broker is the person that's over the brokerage, and you have agents working for you. Now, I can admit, I have my broker's license, but I haven't opened my own brokerage.
Okay.
I have the ability to do it, but right now I'm just feeling my way through and seeing which direction I want to go with that. But you can open your own brokerage, and you have other real estate agents working under you. So, and you lead and guide them so they can, represent your brokerage.
Yeah. Now,
Oh,
Selina.
okay.
Now, Selina, being a young black woman out there on Longboat Key,
You know, look at you.
I mean, you got
Hey, Selina, I'm telling you. Boy, this boy here was ready.
He was ready,
I'm
right?
telling you, man.
I'm just trying to figure out what you got going on. We
Man.
ain't out there on Longboat Key now. You know what I'm saying?
When he told me about some of the projects that you had going on, he said Longboat Key. I said, boy, I can't wait to talk to this girl here, boy.
And let me tell you, I had a friend of mine, they told me when I first got into real estate, you don't want to stop till you get out there to Bird Key and Longboat Key. And I'm like, now I'm there like, I ain't stopping now,
Yeah.
you know?
I'm keeping it going.
Yes, keep it going.
Now,
Yes.
now Bird Key, that's
Yeah, that little place right across the bridge. That's
boy, that's some big house out there. I heard now.
Yeah. But that's the type of property you deal with, right?
Yeah, I mean, I deal with all properties. I don't want to exclude anything.
Well, we're not going to exclude everything, but we're going to talk about all that, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Man.
yes.
So, man, it's just for you to not even know anything about being a realtor. And that was the first thing that you say God put on your mind.
That's had to be God. Yes.
And then you done failed the test 3 times and didn't give up.
Didn't give up. Nope.
And then you came back around and took your broker's test. And God said, you know what? I ain't going to let you fail 3 times
Right.
this time. you done showed me that you were willing to do this.
Yes.
So I'm gonna pass you this time right here. I'm just gonna see how this flower bloom.
Yes, definitely.
And Serena, you is blooming. Did I say Serena?
You did.
Well,
but- so-
Selena.
You got
Well,
it.
Serena, she a celebrity too, ain't her?
Yeah.
Oh,
Same
shoot,
thing,
man,
same thing.
man, I can mess up.
Yes, sir.
You can.
Serena, Selena, I can mess up.
Serena good. That's good.
So you joined the company and it's you've been selling houses, Longboat Key, Bradenton, Sarasota. I heard about Tampa as well. So you kind of all over the place, right?
All over the place, yes. And I don't want to just focus like on Longboat Key and things like that. One of a listing I have now, just special, dear to me. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's Mixing Fruit Farms. So Mixing Fruit Farms, you know, we grew up here. Everybody know about them. Their ice cream, everything they have.
Yeah.
And it was just an honor for them to choose me to sell their property over $15 million. So, and we're in negotiations now. So I'm excited about that.
Wait,
Hold on. Hold on. Stop the press. Stop.
Hey,
Hold on. I want her to say that again.
All right, go ahead.
See, I know we're mixing fruit farm, man. The orange and vanilla
Yeah.
swirl ice cream.
Yes.
Hear what I said? I said orange.
Yeah.
You said what now?
Yes.
They appointed you
They appointed me.
to be the realtor
Exactly.
to sell that property.
And let me tell you how that went. I actually sold their personal property that they lived in out on Anna Maria Island. And how I got connected with them, I had a friend that worked for them. And she was like, hey, my boss, I was helping her buy a house and sell a house. And she was telling me, my boss, you know, about to sell her house. So I'm like, hey, get me an appointment with her. Just an interview. You don't have to sell me. Don't tell. You know, just let her talk to me. And so she put on the spot like, hey, my friend a realtor. We on the phone and she said, yeah, you know, I'll talk to her. And after we had a conversation, you know, they chose me to sell their personal property.
What?
Wow.
And that was a couple years ago. But then after that, you know, they kind of reached out back about their business. So I was just honored.
So
that's
Selena,
a
is that?
huge-
And it's
I'm
over
sorry, I'm sorry.
9,000 realtors in Manatee and Sarasota County. I don't know if y'all know that, but
Man, I was just about to ask you, like, how many African American female realtors in Manatee County out of the 9,000? You say it's 9,000 in Manatee County?
Manatee and Sarasota County together.
So do you know the percentage of?
I don't. I probably could count them on my hand, though, that I know of, you know.
Right,
Probably
right.
about 5 of us or something.
So,
Not many.
but what about Manatee County, Braden? You
I mean,
probably you and somebody else.
It's
It's
a few of us.
more.
It's a
Yeah.
few of us out here. You know, a lot of ladies, you know, getting their license. They reach out to me. I speak to all of them. Anything I could help them with. You know, I love to see us, you know, coming together and learning about real estate. You know, it's
Absolutely.
the fastest way to wealth.
Yeah.
And a lot of us don't know that, but now I'm happy to share that. Like, that's the fastest way to get to wealth. And every person that's rich own real estate.
So is that your
that's something.
biggest
That's
project?
big what you just
That's
said.
my biggest project.
That's your biggest project.
Biggest project. My biggest sale before that was about 4.6 million. So, you know, I was ecstatic to be able to represent them and you know, just represent the history of Bradenton. Not Palmetto, but Bradenton.
But you know what though?
I'm finna throw a curveball, Green.
Boy, throw it, boy.
You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
she gonna catch it. She gonna catch it. She gonna catch it tonight, boy.
Well, I had a dream.
Okay.
And this is straight up. This is the honest God truth. I had a dream probably 3 nights ago. And I was at Mixing Fruit Farms.
Wow.
And I was stealing their
You was
I was stealing.
stealing?
Yeah, because they had the best fruit, man. I was like, they would
Yes.
make some juice and stuff, man. I was stealing the juice. And I thought about Selena because I knew this interview was coming, right? And I'm like, dang, man, that's crazy. Because I never dreamed about Mixing Fruit Farms ever in my life. So that's like, dang, man. So Selena, tell me this. Realtors, right? Y'all have a.
I'm trying to figure out.
Wait, Green. Hold on,
I'm just
Green.
trying to figure out
Hold
where
on,
you
Green.
where stealing come from, and then all of a sudden you just brought Selena in.
Because I'm about to. So Selena.
Go ahead on,
So
Real.
Selena. So realtors, they normally, as far as how realtors make money, they get a percentage of a sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a percentage. What? 3, 5, 6. What is it?
You typically 3%. That's the average.
3% is the average.
And if you do both sides, if you find a buyer, that's 6%. He got his calculator.
Hey, look. Hey, Selena, he was already educating me the day before, man. I'm like,
Hey, I'm just trying to figure something out
Boy,
real quick because I need my girl to get this thing sold. You know what I'm saying? Because if she get it sold, right? Shoot. I need to play a theme song, Green.
Oh, boy.
I need that theme music.
oh boy,
Zone.
hey, I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it.
Hey, y'all do the math. I got the percentage for y'all. Y'all do the math on $15 million.
15.8.
My bad.
Hey, but we hanging out. Hey, we hanging out, boy. This some backyard conversation right here, boy.
Hey.
Boy, with the crabs and the corn and potatoes right now.
Green, I only did the 3%. I ain't do the 6% because she gonna get both ends of that. I know she
Hey,
is.
real. Then she correct you and said
Speak it.
15
Speak
point.
it.
She said 15.8.
Hey, Green.
Don't cut her short.
All right, I'm done with that, man. I can't, because I'm.
Man,
Remember when I
boy.
said stealing?
Boy,
That's what I was talking about. I need to steal some of that money.
man.
I was
Selena,
stealing fruit.
man.
I was stealing fruit in my dream.
Selena,
I need to
Selena,
go steal some of that money.
Selena, man, you know what? I got to be real. I got to say this. True enough, we all used to go to Mixing Fruit Farm. Boy, we used to get that cold orange. Used to have a little sample
Yes,
up in
they
there.
still get it.
I go get me a little milkshake and all that there with the little swirl. But it used to always be rumors that Mixing didn't care too much about color folks.
I've heard that too.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it. We on Truth Be Told.
We are.
They just say, man, y'all stay away from them people, man. Them people don't like color folks. I didn't never listen to them.
Right.
Because I'm going to get that doggone ice cream and that milkshake and that cold orange juice.
Yeah.
If they don't like me, so be it.
I got
You
to
know?
have it.
But that can't,
Evidently, Green.
even if they don't like blacks, that's what they say.
Right.
Obviously, that's not true.
It's not true. You
Because
can't
they got a
listen.
black lady
They got
A
a
black-
personal. They sold their personal property.
to a black female.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest projects she done ever had.
Is.
Now, if they didn't like,
we going bigger though.
if they didn't like us,
Uh-huh.
they could have got somebody in another color.
They could have.
Yeah.
Because it's plenty. It's
Boy,
plenty out there.
Over
hold-
9,000
She
to
said
choose
9,000
from.
now.
Yeah. But this little black girl.
Yeah.
Like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes you can't always go by what you hear.
What people say. That's
Yeah,
right.
man.
That's right.
So if
Until
you want
get
an
to know-
ice cream from Mixing Fruit Farm, go in there and get the ice cream, man. Shoot.
Till you get to know people, personally.
Yeah.
And Mr. Mixon and Miss Mixon, Janet and Dean, they are the nicest people. They actually see my daughter, is an author, and they told me, bring her book here. We want to sell it in here.
Wow.
Yes. Her book is on their shelves for sale. And it's been like that before I went to sell their property.
Wow.
When I met them as a real estate agent and they told me, when they found out, it was like, oh, we finna sell her book. Bring it here.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Man, I can't take this real, man.
That's big.
Hold on, man. The lady started out as a youngster with a daycare. All right. Then she smoothly went over to be a realtor. And then she done snuck being a broker up in there too.
Yeah. And she gonna do that. Open
Yeah.
up a broker soon. It's coming. I
Then
know
she
it.
told us she's a realtor for the 15.8
15.8.
Get it right, Green.
million.
She
There you
took
go.
that. She corrected me too.
$15.8 million project that she's in charge of to sell. Then she just told us her daughter is an author.
Yeah.
This girl, What high school this girl went to?
Yeah, we know.
But Southeast don't necessarily. But we don't just always put our athletes now.
So Selena, one thing about that, it seems like you put your kids in a position to be successful.
Yes.
Starting young with your daughter, at the age of, how old was she when we did that?
She was 3.5 when she published that book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a book. I bought a book. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bought one. Green.
Man, I gotta get me a book.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
Yeah.
On Amazon, okay.
So
we got some in the trunk, you know.
Oh, I get one. I'm getting one tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight is the night.
And my book. So
you got man.
Oh,
man,
shit.
you brought. Selena, you brought the book.
We have them. Yeah, I keep them on hand. Yep.
Man, why you? Man, I want to see the book, man. I'm getting the book, man. We booking out tonight, baby.
Yeah.
We booking.
So also, you helped your son, who was, I believe, 17 or 18?
18. Mm-hmm.
18 years old.
18.
You helped, well, actually, I believe you said he was your youngest client.
My youngest client to finance a home, yes.
What? I'm done, man.
Oh, you didn't know that part?
I'm done. Man. Hey, man, let me get let me stretch out a little bit.
Man, listen, Green, that is huge,
done,
man,
man.
because, you know, to me,
done,
when I think about that being the age of, I don't know, man, I was clearly in my 30s when I first became a homeowner, and just understanding what position you put yourself in, and then the fact that he's 18 years old.
Yes.
Do he fully understand?
Honestly, he halfway understand. I'll say that. Mm-hmm. Because he helps run it and maintain it and things like that. And just really, he's not out there on his own. But, you know, I made sure he knows what to do. He knows how to pay bills. You know, he knows every month this don't stop. So I just try to keep him in the realm of knowing that, you know, with the credit and how important credit is. Now, when I first with him, I put him on my credit card when he was 15. Mm-hmm. And he didn't know, of course, at that time. I didn't start talking to him till he had turned 18. And I knew this was in the process. He didn't know, but I'm like, hey, you know, this is what we're doing. Right. You know, this is how we're going to do. And this is, you know, to prepare you for the future. And I want to make sure, you know, he's straight, especially with the housing market and how it is. Right. You know, when he ready and he got a family or whatever, he already got a house. Or he could sell it, you know, buy a bigger house, you know. But I want to make sure that he's, you know, well sent off when he's ready.
At 18, man.
Green.
This boy got
used
a
to
house.
cut his hair, right?
Yeah, man.
Green.
Hey, Selena, this too much, man. Boy, this at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So speaking of, you know, you mentioned about credit, and I always talked about when I fully understood the power of credit, mm-hmm. right? I didn't learn it till later. Mm-hmm. But when I fully understood the power of credit, and then trying to relay that information back to my daughter and my kids, and you've already started to establish credit for him mm-hmm. at an early age. Speak on that a little bit and why that's so important when it comes down to just buying power.
Yes. So I think, you know, we grew up, we didn't know anything about credit, and especially like when you go to school, they throw all these credit cards at you that you can get approved for this and you can get approved for that, and most people just, you know, use the card and don't really know how to use it. And I didn't want that for him. That was my initial thought. My initial thought was, you know, building his credit and making sure he understood it and not get caught up in that trap. Mm-hmm. But then when I realized, you know, after being a real estate agent that he could purchase at 18, I'm like, but if he 18, you know, it take a couple years to establish credit. Mm-hmm. So I looked more into it and realized, you know what? I could start establishing him some credit. I added him on my credit cards because you can't officially get one until you're 18. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I made sure I added him on my credit cards. And then what I did was when he turned 18, I made sure he applied so he can get approved to start his own, you know, credit number so it can mm-hmm. build up. So I mean, it just worked out perfectly. And then the property that he has, it was something that was being built, and you know it takes time. So I was like, okay, if I go on a contract now, by the time we close on this, he'll be 18, so he'll be able to do it. So it just worked out perfectly in time, man.
That's awesome. And
18, man.
speaking of just the fact that you're teaching your son and your daughter, and
Well, my daughter asks everything.
Hey,
She
man.
be like, "How much this cost? What
Right.
this is?"
Well, you
I be
teaching
like,
already.
I tell I sold the house how much the house was.
Yeah.
Like,
That's awesome.
she is on it.
She own it.
She
Man.
own it.
So this is what we want to do, Selena. We want to take a quick break, and after this break, we want to come back and talk a little bit about your master class that you had.
Okay.
All right. So we'll be right back with Selena after this quick break.
Man, Selena is here doing her thing. Man, hey, look, we so proud of her. I'm so proud of her, man. And she doing really, really big things, man. I appreciate this conversation that we're having right now, man. But listen, y'all stay tuned in to Facebook and to YouTube. And we on that YouTube, y'all, hit that bell, man. Hit that subscribe button and that bell. How that bell go real? Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Something like that, Big Green, you know what I'm saying? But check this out. Not only do we want them to hit that bell, you know, we on that chase.
Yeah.
We need 5,000 followers, man. We on the chase to 5,000. We have about 2.8 right now, Green. We need 5,000. If we can get by August, man, I'd be good.
Yeah.
But check this out. Also, not only do we need followers, we also need them stars. We want to make sure that we thank everybody that have already gave us some stars, Green, because you know what they do, right?
What it do?
Man, help us out. You know what I'm saying? We buy equipment. We can keep it.
Yeah.
We can get guests. We can probably get some lobster like Selena asked for. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we need,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Them stars help us out. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, baby. Back to Selena. All right, so we back. We're back with Selena Dog. You know what I'm saying? Hey, one thing about Selena, I ain't mentioned before we went to break. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Talk about that MVP, right, in high school. Well, she been MVPing it.
Man.
I mean, this girl been MVPing it all her life. You know what I'm saying?
Man, this is so. I'm telling you, man. I'm just so dumbfounded. Not that I don't believe that she can't be what she is.
Right.
But we just don't hear that
Right.
in the hood enough, man. We don't hear it. Like I say, I keep saying, I'm going to keep saying it. All we hear in the hood, to be successful, you got to be a football player for the guys,
Yep.
a basketball player for the guys. The women, they got to either be in nursing
Yep.
or singing and
Yep.
dancing.
We hear that a lot.
Hear that a lot. But we don't hear this.
Right.
We do hear real estate. We do hear that.
Right.
But we don't hear this story.
Right.
You know, this girl got big projects. Okay. Her daughter, 8 years old. This tripped me out. She's the author of a book.
Right.
And she did it at 3?
Yeah, she was 3.5.
At 3. I don't even know what I was doing at 3. Let alone talking about being the author of a book. You know. Then you ain't gonna tell me her son that grew up in my barbershop. I can say his name, can't I?
Yes.
Troy got a house at 18 and he ain't shoot no basketball. He ain't ran no touchdown.
You heard
He
it.
ain't sung no song. He ain't rap.
He ain't slinging no dope either.
And he got a
That's right.
house
That's
at
right.
18.
That's right.
Now they can get mad at me and you all they want to tonight, real, because the list we just said.
Right. Right.
But this real tonight.
Well, Green.
It's real tonight, man. And we need to, y'all need to tune in. Y'all need to listen to this girl here. This girl right in y'all backyard. And she a professional.
Matter of fact,
A professional.
speaking of tuning in, Green, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they can show up to these master classes. So tell me about this master class you got going on.
I might show up, man.
And the fact that you trying to
I might need to be a master.
spread your knowledge and
Yes.
expertise out to other people.
Yes. So my masterclass is about investing in real estate, and it's so many ways you can invest in real estate. And I like to share. I want to share it. I want to share it with everybody because the more knowledge that's known, the more everyone can do better in life altogether. And especially just growing up here, East Side, Bradenton. Like, I want to show people, like, we could do this. We really could do this. I grew up right next door to everybody, right? We went to Bradenton Middle. They shut that school down.
Right.
So,
Right.
so all the way to Southeast, like, I grew up here, like, born and raised. So I am proud to say that, I was born and raised here and was able to establish myself right here in my hometown.
Right.
So I feel like if I could do it, anybody could do it. I know everybody says that, but I think it's different when you could reach, like you said, reach and touch somebody.
Yeah,
like,
man.
y'all know me. You cut my son hair.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah.
We grew up together. It's just a good feeling though to feel the love. I mostly feel love from everybody. I don't really get too much hate, and if I do, I don't want to hear it.
Right.
I pray for them. But it's more of, I just want you to see it could be done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you just keep doing what you're doing because, I just saw that your whole family got baptized recently.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And that's just being able to show people those moments in your life. And I'm gonna say, you were inspiring me. And I'm pretty sure you're inspiring a lot of other people when they watch the glimpse that you share with people, and give them the okay and the permission to say, what, I can do that. I just got to get myself going, get myself moving, and actually put that work to work. So it's amazing to see that, Selina. So I'm and I believe your first master class was sold out, right?
It did. It sold out. I was so nervous. I didn't even want to do it, and I just said, just do it, just do it. I got a homegirl. She do classes all the time, and I watch her. She do classes with hair, and I'm like, she don't, what made me stop? I'm like, she don't worry about if she sold out or not. She just do it. So I was like, I'm gonna just do it. Just do it. And I was not even expecting to sell out. And it sold out within 2 or 3 days. It was done. And I had people like, hey, when the next class, when the next class, when the next class. So, I plan to do another one over the summer in June. So y'all mark that date. I haven't solidified the date, but as soon as I do, I want to give people enough time. Because the last time I did it, it was like 2 weeks in advance. So I know some people probably couldn't get off work or, whatever their situation was. It was kind of like 2 weeks. Go ahead and do it, because I waited till the last minute until I wasn't going to do it.
Right.
But I'm so glad I did. It just motivated me to do it again.
You did it you talked about it in 2 weeks and it was sold out?
So 2 weeks. It was sold out in like 3 or 4 days, like well ahead of time.
Yeah. So when you say sold out, like what? It was 100 people there?
No. It
people?
wasn't that. I make it small and intimate. So if they want to ask questions, reach out to me. They have all my personal information where I could help guide them through it. So I make it a small, intimate class, nothing too big, not lecture where you're just a number. I want to make sure I know your name. You can call me, you can email, text, whatever if you trying to do a flip or an investment property, you can really call me and reach out to me, talk to me, and I'll walk you through it.
Man, that's big, man.
Yep.
So it's huge.
Man.
So here's the thing, though. I saw this show on T Green, Selling Tampa, I believe.
Okay. I heard about that show like it's like a realist.
Yeah, a
real estate
show. Reality show in Tampa. You know what I'm saying?
I never really watched it, but it was it's a big conversation about that when it was jumping.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's a young lady that's from Sarasota that's on that show too.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? Sarasota, seems like everything all these other places do. Sarasota, some type of way, find a way to put themselves in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Selina, I know you got this whole, you got episodes that you do, selling Sarasota. But I need the real national reality show. When I see Selina G. Radley on Selling Sarasota, hopefully one day. Is that something that you think you'll be interested in?
Reality TV, no, but I will do something like hosting a show or something like that. And I never say never. I can't never say I'll never do reality TV.
Right.
It's just not a path I want to take. But I do want to, host my own show where I am, showing off properties and showing that, what Bradenton, Manatee County, Sarasota County has to offer. Definitely interested. So if anybody knows somebody,
That'd be big.
Ready to host.
And me and Real, we'll be out there, truth be told, interviewing everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
We got
right.
to interview them, man. We be on the spot interviewing them, baby.
I just want to sit in one of them properties.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
We get a set. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but Real,
Huh?
I seen something too, though,
What you say?
that I don't normally see too many black folks do.
What's that, Green?
I seen somebody playing polo.
Ooh.
I was not
Boy,
playing.
she was.
I was
Listen,
playing.
That's old coach.
Huh? Now, Real.
Cats.
Now, we wear polo,
Yeah.
but we don't play polo.
Yeah.
Now, we wear polo, but I never been to a polo game.
Yeah.
Now, we wear polo, but I ain't never seen a real polo horse.
Hey, man.
That's polo you got on.
You know what I'm saying?
What, did Selena
We
have
wear
a
polo,
Hey,
but I ain't never seen the polo man, the real man.
did she have the outfit on, though? The one with the boots?
No,
Did she have the outfit on?
No,
I don't know
I
if-
didn't play.
I don't know if Selena played,
I was
but she
invited.
was there.
I was invited to a polo match, and it was my first time. It was real fun, very different, but
Yeah.
real fun.
This might be the best interview in the world.
So listen.
Man, I don't know what's going on.
That's
Selena's
called,
killing me today.
that's called
man.
rubbing shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I call
Man, I'm
that
just
rubbing
going-
shoulders and
I'm just
mingling
gonna
and
sit back.
networking.
I'm gonna sit back with my hand crossed, man. I don't know what else she gonna tell me tonight, man. I'm just so happy for this lady right here, man. I'm talking about, my goodness, man.
For your success,
Golly.
how important is networking?
It's very, very important. Like, I realized that, like, I'm kind of laid back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Want to be in the background, but I'm just steady being pushed forward. But I've learned, the more you network, the more people you get to know, the more successful you can be. And just people mentioning your name. And for people to come to me and say, I heard about you or I know you. I mean, I get emails, I get texts, I get calls, like, I know you don't know me. I never get nothing weird, hardly ever. Maybe once I got some weird stuff, but hardly ever, I get, I'm very respected, I think, in that for my number to be public and stuff like that.
Right.
But, yeah, they reach out to me, like, you don't know me, but I want you to meet I was just, somebody reached out to me today, and I ain't gonna say anything about organizations or anything, but they want me to meet the CEO of the organization, and I'm like, I'm there.
I was there.
I'm trying to, man.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And it's a big organization.
There we go.
So
There we go.
So Selena, I don't know how to say it, but what's your range? Like how far would you sell a house? Like what's the farthest house you done sold? What I mean by that, like what?
I know what you
New
mean.
York or California or
So I'm licensed for Florida, so I can go anywhere in Florida and actually sell real estate.
Oh, okay.
But if it's too far out my range, I'll refer it out to another client.
Oh,
Like I
okay.
know agents. I don't even go as far as Miami, but I have agents that I connect with in different areas that and I can refer clients all around the U.S. no matter where they're at.
Oh.
So no matter where somebody's trying to move, they can contact me. And then I can get them in contact with one of my colleagues in that location.
Oh,
No
okay.
matter if it's in Idaho, wherever it's at.
Yeah. Right.
I can get them in contact with a realtor that's trustworthy and can help them through the process.
man, that's boy.
Selena, man.
Man, boy.
Selena, I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm happy, I'm sad. I don't know if I
Man,
don't
because-
even know how to describe that feeling, bro.
I mean, this is a
Well, why I say that is because I remember Selena just being so
laid back,
laid
man.
back and quiet. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm talking
what
about-
is Selena on that?
Man, her and
Syrup,
LaTroy.
you know? What is Selena on?
Man, her little Troy used to be in the shop, man. Selena just be like, just laid, man.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
But all of them laid back like that. Brother Terrence laid back.
Yeah.
Only person ain't laid back. Arthur ain't laid back, boy.
Yeah.
That's all on Arthur, boy.
yeah, all
Hey,
of
that
them are
boy-
laid back.
hey.
But the thing is, Green, when I think about that and being able to, that networking piece, being able to talk to folks, being able to present in front of people, being
Yeah.
able to stand in front of people that you know have a status.
Yeah.
Like, that's, so where you came from to now, you know, and I think about your dad and how proud your
Yes.
dad will be of you, right? And the
Yes.
things you've accomplished.
Yes.
Because one thing I can say about their family, man, their parents were great parents and very supportive parents and always wanting the best and being a good example for the kids. And, you know, so I think about that and just how proud your dad is of you.
Yes.
And I want to just make sure I acknowledge that
Yes.
because I know he is very, very happy as long as your mom and all of your brothers and your other family members. And so, you know, I'm proud because I don't even know what to feel, Green. You know,
I mean,
keep
either,
saying
man,
it.
just I just didn't know. I didn't know.
Man.
Until Real gave
you
me
be
a
my
lot more
sister?
insight. I mean, yeah, I knew Selena. I know her from the gut.
Yeah.
With Ralph, with Arthur, you know, with Terrence. You know, but I just didn't know all this was going on.
Yeah.
And she still laid back
Yeah.
and got all this going on.
And I'm glad to hear, like, I know, like, that goes to show everybody don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
so I
man.
definitely want to continue to put the word out and
Right.
and let them know, you know, if they need anything in real estate, call me.
Boy, I'm trying to, boy. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you how far I go back. Listen.
Throw Selena the information up
Hey,
there
look,
real
look,
quick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look, I'm gonna make Selena laugh right now. She might not remember this, but I know Ralph and Arthur remember this. Boy, back in the skate ring days, boy, when they were young. Them boy won a dance
How
contest.
you know that?
I was there. Them boy,
Really?
boy, won
It was in a paper and all.
Hey, Ralph and Arthur. I was there.
Oh, you go
Hey, boy,
back.
look,
You
look,
go
look.
back.
Look.
You go
You know,
back.
the skate ring, you know, you skate, you know, you be skating.
Yeah.
Around by 12 o'clock, you gotta take them skates off. It's time to dance.
it's time to dance.
But they had a dance contest.
Yeah.
Boy, little Ralph and little Arthur, boy, them boy.
Yeah.
Egyptian level.
What? Hey, I'm older. So all the little girls my age are talking about, oh, they so cute.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow, you the first person I know that ever brung that up. Like,
Man, I was there.
I ain't, like, they were like 5 and
They were about 5 and 4, yeah.
And
They was there.
I was too young to go. You know, I couldn't go with the
I'm trying to tell you, I
boys.
was
Right.
there.
But my older cousins had took them with they. You know, they'll
Yeah.
come get them and they
Boy,
took them with them and
They was there, boy.
And my mama
Ralph and little Arthur was in there.
they run a trophy bigger than them.
I'm trying to tell you, boy. They were getting down. And I don't even think they really know what they was doing, man, because they have no expression on their face. They just,
Probably did.
they said, they're so cute.
Well, Selena, man, what's some things that we can look forward to in the near future for you?
So I would say definitely look forward to my real estate masterclass, my investors masterclass. And of course, you know, I don't want to speak on a brokerage, but you know, it got some things in the work, you know, where you can see that where I could represent for Manatee and Sarasota County for us. But I got a lot of things in the work. I mean, I'm working on my website. I mean, I'm working on another book. You know, it's just a lot of things that we have going on, and just my family dynamic. My husband owns an AC company called Air Max. Like, I'm so proud of him too.
Man,
you know,
that's
it's
big,
just
man. That's
it's,
big.
it's just, you know, just a blessing, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy for y'all to even put this spotlight on me when I'm
Absolutely.
kind of
Yes,
like
sir.
laid back, kind of want to be behind the scenes, but like I said, I keep getting pushed in front of the camera.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, let me ask you this right here. Okay, you say your husband, he got an AC company.
Yes, Terry
And
Bradley. His name
Terry
is
Bradley. What up? I got a name like T Green. T. Bradley, baby, T. Bradley. What's up, T. Bradley? But listen. I got to ask this. Mm-hmm. How do you make time? Like, how do you make time for your family? How you organize that? Because you being a realtor, a successful realtor, and I know your daughter got stuff going on. Your son got stuff going on. Your husband got his own. So when it's family time, when family time, do you cook? You have time to cook?
Oh yeah, I cook all the time.
I'm talking, you throw down cook like
throw down cook before I came, right? My baby ate 3 plates before she came.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a balance. I think I'm comfortable in the life right now. I own investment properties, so working like that grind where I was grinding, so hard all the time. I mean, I take my kids in the car with me to show houses because I ain't have nobody to leave them home with at the time. So they'll be with me, and just like now, my daughter with me. But I want her to see this type of stuff, so she can be used to it, and so it is tough. Everybody pulling me, my mama, my daughter, my son, my husband. I'm there for everybody, but it works out. Everybody has their time, their patience, and they very supportive. They're very supportive. And if I need, assistance in any way, they step up, all of them. My son, my husband, my mom, my daughter, she'd even know when to step up. So
that's big, man.
It's definitely having a great support system there with me.
That's good, man.
Hey, well, Green.
This was.
Hey, Green. Hey, when you hear this sound. That's my first time doing it. I just had to do it. But when you hear that sound, you know it's time for Truth and Share.
Truth and Share. Oh, goodness.
Hey, Green, we got to come up with some type of sound, baby. When you hear that sound, it's time for Truth and Share. Now, Selina, this is our version of Truth and Dare, right?
Okay.
Of course, we only got time for the dare stuff. We don't have that much time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But tonight, we do got time for the truth.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So what we want you to do is we want you to pick a card, we want you to read it out loud so everybody can hear you.
Oh, goodness.
Then we're going to hear the truth behind that.
Pick orange, because we, Southeast.
What?
There it is. There it is.
Okay. Oh, what do most people think is true about you, but isn't? I think when people first get to know me, sometimes they say they thought I was stuck up or wouldn't share information or I'm too good for this. And, once they talk to me and you down to earth, you so humble and stuff like that. So I think, most of the time people just automatically think I'm stuck up. Just because I'm quiet, but
But
nah.
you're far from that. Far from that. All right, Selina, one more, Selina. One more, Selina.
I'll pick a yellow one. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, y'all said.
Uh-oh.
It says, have you ever lied to get out of a bad date? That's a good one. So I'll admit this. So anytime, before I was married, of course, if somebody he say to get out. If somebody wanna take me out or something, I wasn't interested. My biggest lie was I don't have a babysitter. Sorry, I never.
Well, if you heard that one, you know it was you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy! Oh my goodness, boy!
And the thing is, I've been blessed since my son was a baby. My parents always was so supportive. I've never had issues with babysitters. So if I said that, I'm sorry.
Hey, Selina, that was so good.
Yeah.
How much time we got? We got time for just one more window. Just one more. One more time, Selina. One more time, Selina. We never did 3, Selina.
Boy, Selina finna run out of here, boy.
Okay. If you could be a fictional character for a day, who would you choose? Oh, I don't know. That's a hard one. Cause ain't nothing fake about me. So
But look, your daughter, boy, your daughter.
what you say? SpongeBob. So I'm gonna be under the sea with Patrick.
There it is.
Man, listen, man. Selina, man, I really, really enjoyed this sit-down conversation with you. And, man, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you, man. I know your family is very proud of you, man. So what I told myself that I'm going to do, I'm going to give people their flowers when I can see them and when they can see me. So right now I'm giving you your flowers tonight. Thank you. And I'm also going to give you, well, I can't give her no real estate property because I ain't got none. But look, I'm going to give you the key to Truth Be Told.
Oh.
You know, so you got the key to Truth Be Told. You got your flowers. Man, I don't know, man. This was a wild interview, man. I'm talking about, man.
Great.
And
Just to see you here, Selina, man, doing your thing from the east side of Bradenton. I'm talking about Selina just a regular person, man.
Yeah.
Selina said she ain't no superstar. You can come touch her.
Yeah.
Come touch me.
Yeah.
Man, that's big, Selina, man. So I'm giving you your flowers tonight. What kind of flowers you like? You like roses? You like what?
I love yellow roses.
Oh, that's what you got. That's yellow roses.
They going up on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
You go get
Yes,
the roses. So our next session is, which is the last part, Green. We got to come to an end. Every good thing has to end at some point,
Got to
right?
come to an end.
But not for you though. You want
right.
to keep going. You want to keep moving.
That's
Yeah.
All right. So we want to do our shout out. So Green, you got a shout out for us,
Man,
baby?
you know me, man. I want to shout out my wife and kids, the T Green family, and the 941, baby. That's me. Mm-hmm. That's me, man.
That's it.
Like I say, I got too many people to shout out, so I'm just gonna say the 941.
There it is. All right. Well, I got a shout out. I got a shout out for my boy. You know what I'm saying? I'm repping the UL today. You know what I'm saying? Selina, we had a guest came by not too long ago. Actually, it was our first or second episode.
Yeah.
Anthony Shellman came by.
Shell
And,
Rock, baby.
He went Southeast.
Southeast.
And he was a running back there, and he went off to play at the University of Louisville. And had a great time in that interview. But he sent us some shirts. So I want to say thank you to Amp for sending us these shirts.
Amp, man, don't be mad at me, man, because he didn't tell me he was going to wear that shirt. And I know you're going to call me and say, Green, how you let Real wear the shirt? And Real didn't even play with me at Southeast. You did. So he didn't tell me, Amp.
It's okay.
But I'm going to wear your shirt, big dog. I'm wearing the shirt, baby.
Hey, I got one more shout out, Green. I want to shout out my wife, man. I want to give her a huge shout out. She did the darn thing, man. She went back to school, got a master's, finished up the course.
Okay.
She ended up just interviewing to be in the pool to be an AP, and did a great job there. So, man, just next school year, man, she probably step it up a notch. She's been a math teacher, the math coach forever. So moving into a new position of being assistant principal is a big accomplishment for her. So I want to give a huge shout out to my wife, Carol. Yes. Selina, it's your turn. Do you got any shout outs you want to give us before we get out of here?
Of course. I want to shout out first my husband for being just so supportive in everything I do. My kids, they always right beside me, rooting me on. My mom, my family, and I'm like T Green, the 941. You know, I'm here. I'm ready for sisterhood. We support each other. Like, let's lift each other up and do this. We can all come together and make it happen here and be known as some of the best agents in Manatee and Sarasota County. So just shout out to everyone that's being supportive.
That's what's up. Now, Selina, you know anybody in the DMV? I'm just asking. Some people get fake handicap signs, right? So if you know anybody that works in the DMV, I want to turn somebody in. He works behind a board. Wendell. Man, this man put a handicap sign up on his dashboard. I was like, what is that? That's what we do? You know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering if you knew anybody at DMV. I need to turn him in.
Oh, boy. Oh, my God, boy.
Hey, Hey, man, I had a great time, man. I had a great time.
Man. Me too,
Hey,
man.
you guys make sure, this is the last episode for this season. We off for a couple weeks, but we will be back. We'll be back at sometime mid-May with, hey, Green, we got all our slots filled already.
Already.
We was doing a little something, you know what I'm saying? We trying to work on season
Season
8
8
right now, trying to fill that.
But we got 7 already filled.
It's already filled in 7, baby.
Man,
So,
goodness, man.
just so you guys know, with the season coming up, if you guys are interested in doing any type of advertising, we'll have those opportunities for you. We're looking for somebody to sponsor us. You know what I'm saying? Sponsor the season. So we'll talk more in detail about what that entails. But we just want to say thank you. We want to thank you for being behind us, coming out each week. If you don't catch us live, I hear a lot of people end up catching the recording. So I'm just thrilled about that. And Selina, thank you again. Thank you again. We started the season off with a woman. We end it with a woman.
Sir. Yes,
so,
sir.
Hey, it's the
sir.
power in the women. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So thank
What
you.
they say, black girls rock?
Black girl. Hey, can I get my theme song?
Man,
we gotta rock out like
I
that.
didn't really want to play it, man, because I didn't think Selena want people to know how she got it going on.
Man,
Come
on, man. Come on, man. You gotta
how
play
she
this.
got it going on. But I will play it now.
And we don't own the rights to this music.
We don't own the right to this music. But we riding out tonight.
Yes, sir.
Facebook, don't cut us off, baby. Don't cut us off. Young Jeezy got something to say to Selena. Let's do this, baby. Let's do it.
Hey, man.
Hey, I used to have nothing, but now I got a whole lot of everything. And I come to stunting, and now the whole world gonna know my name. I used to have nothing. Hey,
All right, Facebook. Hey,
a whole lot of
we'll catch y'all later, man. Thanks again. Thank you for supporting us. Truth be told, and we out, baby.
Truth, really that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic, this truth be told. Only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready, keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know, truth be told, let's go.